How's it going, everybody? Starwin here with another GDQ submission. This time it's going to be for Blue Stingy. Blue Stinger. So Blue Stinger is a action adventure horror game. I would say survival horror, honestly. It was actually a launch title for the Dreamcast. And a lot of people don't know that. So this game is like the Resident Evil. It's like Sega's version of Resident Evil. It's really like the very first Resident Evil is known for being like it's really good. It's got some spooky stuff to it, but it's also incredibly goofy with the dialogue and the over exaggerated character movements. This game has all of that and more. So let's go ahead and jump in. I'm gonna make sure I don't stop my timer. I should say stop the recording. 3, 2, 1, go. This is just the new game category. You can do New Game Plus. New Game Plus, though, is pretty much the same as New Game, except you just have a bunch of broken weapons, and it's just not as fun. So, long story short, for the plot, it's just about this meteor that hit this place called Dinosaur Island. I know, original name. And it causes this, it gets stuck, like, in this spot in the island, so it doesn't reach its destination, which is kind of like the core of the island, where there's like a big spooky dinosaur monster. This company called Kimra that's on this island is like a pharmaceutical company, kind of like, you know, Umbrella and Resident Evil. And they're doing experiments with this dinosaur DNA, and they kind of made an outbreak happen, and now there's all these weird dinosaur human hybrid things. Here's our protagonist for the hour. We're actually gonna have two protagonists. Ugh. This is Elliot Balad. He's really goofy. He has a nice waddle, as you can see. I think that's like a very iconic thing in survival horror games.
C730, over.
These walk cycles. We're gonna have some cutscenes in this game, but they're all very entertaining because, like I said, the dialogue is just ridiculous. We get a lot of funny
Damn it. I got cut off.
Character movements. Like, so tired already. I just woke up from a nap. Hello. It's ominous music, and this dude is just like standing there breathing like really hard, and it's supposed to be spooky.
I repeat.
That guy was Dogs. He's going to be the other guy that we're going to be able to play as. We can switch between two characters, Elliot and Dogs, which we'll be doing throughout the run. Each of them can use different weapons and have different, you know, they have different properties to each other.
I'm totally unarmed, so
So?
I need help too.
Oh, great. Tell me your location, Elliot.
All I can tell you is that I'm by a pier.
Okay, Elliot.
Oh,
First,
here it
find
comes.
an ID card. I'm sure there are a number of corpses around. You should be able to find one of them with an ID card. Oh.
What happened?
Mem,
Corpses?
mem,
Did you say there are a
mem,
number of corpses around? Where?
The mouth flapping never gets old. Can you imagine if like the OG Resident Evil games had like just mouth movements? Like the whole point of like the exaggerated like arm movements and stuff in the old Resident Evil games is to convey emotion. And here we have mouth flaps and over the top movements for the characters when they're talking. And it's just really silly.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that man woke up. Right there we grabbed a Hassie. Hassies are the first aid sprays of this game. Really important to get as many as you can because while we may not reach like death points with our health, we go like beneath like 20% health, we run a lot slower. Also, here's Dogs as he gets actually stuck on the enemy on the ground.
That was close.
Thanks for helping me. My name is Elliot G. Balad.
Where's Tim?
I
Who
also
are you?
introduced myself as
Dogs.
with my middle name
I'm a
as
captain of the SS Deanna.
well.
If you're Elliot, you must be with Tim.
Tim is...
Tim is what? Dead?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. Is that Acer's answer? You know, Tim once told me he had a
don't know.
high-level Acer member as a friend. Where are you going? To the island?
Why are
I
you
am
going
still
to the
a rescuer.
island while
There
we're
are
already
people there
on
who
the
need
island?
help.
What a joke. Obviously.
So
you're
since
going to
apparently
need
we're
good help
too much of a
like
wimp,
me. I can't let
Dogs
a
is
wimp
gonna
like
join our
you
party.
Go alone.
Whatever.
And Elliot's just like, fine, I guess. And as you can hear with the music, it's
Yeah.
incredibly over the top. It's really silly. But you can't blame the guy who does the music for this game. I can't remember his name. He's a Japanese composer. He only worked on anime up to this point. This is his first video game credit. And he just kind of went with what he knew.
Yeah.
Was,
Yeah.
you know, anime. An anime sound, and that's what we got for this game, which is really funny. Would you like to open the door? Thank you. So this is gonna be a typical survival horror affair. Getting keys to open doors, to go to other places, do a lot of backtracking, fighting bosses, just a good old time. All right, so right here we have the first little bit of tech that this game has. There's a cutscene skip. There's a trigger right in front of me. We want to make sure that we're not going to hit the wall, which we did. So what happened right there is I was just a little too, I wasn't enough far forward. So this loses like 50 seconds RTA, but the great thing is when you do a run of this, it's this game has an in-game timer. And honestly, at this point, we just get to see it in the cutscene, which is fine with me. Look at all these things. They're like, oh, there's the final boss, just chilling. And just no clips into the ceiling.
What the hell is that? How do you know its name?
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not sure.
Dogs, what the hell is that?
Oh, I have a bad
So,
feeling about
there's
this.
an opening cutscene where Elliot's supposed to be on vacation, and he's fishing out in the ocean, and this guy named Tim, who's like captaining the boat, has this statue. And I guess it's supposed to have Nephilim in it, and Nephilim came from like the meteorite, and she's trying to get them to get the meteor to the core of the island. Hey, where'd that blood come from? Just that third shot just shot nothing and blood exploded out of the air. Hello, hi, I did it. This
I
line.
can't believe it. Shooting from that far?
No
Shooting from
shit.
that far, she has a
Janine?
rifle with a scope. Elliot is
A
a
woman?
absolute genius.
This is Janine over.
You're great. If you're an Acer member, you'll definitely be ranked A+.
You're flattering me, but you won't get anywhere that
It's
way.
too good.
You
So
can get in here by
honestly,
taking
I
the
think
smoke
this
shells in
the
front of
mouth
you.
movements are
If the
supposed to be
shuttle is
synced with the
moving, that is.
Japanese
And
version of the
forget it if
game.
you don't have an ID card.
What's crazy is the Japanese version plays a lot more like a classic survival horror. It uses fixed camera angles, and it's actually really
Tough
hard to
girl.
control.
I like it, Janine.
Who the hell is Janine?
My kind of girl, so stay away from her.
My kind of girl, huh? Oh my goodness! Absolutely the greatest survival horror protag ever. He's such a nerd. He's known this woman for like maybe 3 minutes, and he's like, "She's my kind of woman. You stay away from her. I'm defending my queen."
Emergency alert.
All
Shuttle
right,
section
so
should be stationed.
another cutscene. Dogs just kind of makes a
Emergency
lot of
alert. Shuttle section
pointless
should be
movement
stationed.
standing here. Sadly,
Negative pressure on the shuttle holder
this thing is
system
going
has
to
increased 20%.
this voice is gonna basically read everything
The
that's being
security
like
limitation is
printed on the
exceeded
screen.
Shuttle system. Security brake has been activated. Shutter outer seal has been broken. Once shuttle reaches security limitation stage, shuttle may
and it just
descend
won't shut
rapidly.
up. Like in a second, it's gonna repeat itself like 3 times for no reason.
Hey, somebody is on board.
He's locked up in the shuttle.
Activate the
listen
emergency
closely.
stop control. Safety brake will be destroyed in 130 seconds.
Okay.
A shaft entrance lock has been deactivated.
Okay.
Activate the emergency stop control.
Okay.
Safety brake will be destroyed in 125 seconds. A shaft entrance lock has been deactivated.
Say it one more time.
Activate the emergency stop control. Safety brake will be destroyed in 120 seconds. A shaft entrance lock has been deactivated.
Shaft entrance lock destroyed? The shuttle's gonna fall!
And Elliot's just like, oh my god, after the third time, it makes sense to me now. Oh man, this game. All right, so this is an area they really want you to like kill these tentacles, but they are incredibly annoying. If you have, I didn't go far forward for that one in the back. Fine, taking a hit there is not a big deal. As you can see, we have 2 minutes to get up here. One thing, I'll explain this when I get to this other little cutscene going up to this panel. You honestly don't have to do this in a casual playthrough. This is like an extra thing that you can do to unlock something if you beat the game. There's like people you can save throughout your expedition on the island, and this is one of them. The only reason we do it in the speed run is that it gives us access to the napalm gun, and the napalm gun is just really good for a lot of situations throughout the run. So, movement-wise, like I said, we're on the Dreamcast. Most of the time, I'm just using the analog stick to move. You can use the D-pad to move. So, this game, like holding a forward input on the analog stick for the Dreamcast, it's really hard to like keep like the stick going north because it's really hard to feel where it's supposed to be. So most of the time when I'm moving, I'm actually using the D-pad and the analog stick because they can overlap each other. So I'm like, I'll be like holding forward on the D-pad to guarantee that I'm getting that 100% north input. And then my angles change with the analog stick. And right here, we're just gonna kind of hobble forward and pick up the napalm gun. There is a chance that we can trigger the cutscene right there if we don't do that accurately. So just a little bit of speed tech. It's like a 40-second cutscene talking with that guy, and he just has absolutely nothing important to say.
Who is it?
Elliot,
It's Elliot.
What's the code?
my sweetheart.
My sweetheart. How he says it. It's so dumb. Like, they don't even discuss, like, a passcode, by the way. Also, Elliot right here is a absolute madman.
I knew it. She's perfect. She's my kind of girl.
Perfect. I've known her for 5 minutes, but she's perfect. Oh, there's Nephilim. And here goes Janine, just spazzing, firing her
It
gun.
won't work. You can't hit her.
What is that thing?
I love how he's like, you can't hit her, and we've never attempted to shoot her before.
Nephilim.
And also, majority of the time,
Nephilim?
Nephilim's theme will play
She's harmless.
anytime she's in a cutscene.
So far.
Mem, mem, mem. She's scary,
I'm
dude.
Elliot Balad. Thanks for helping me.
What's great
You
is this
know, at
game
this
actually
point,
has a lot of
nothing
funny
surprises me anymore.
things
My
you can
name's
unlock,
Janine
and that's
King.
actually going to be one of the
Nice to meet you,
incentives I
Elliot.
submit for GDQ, and it's going to be big eye mode, and yes, it's what you think it is. Everyone just has big, huge cartoon eyes, and it's really funny to look at.
Elliot.
Ah, Elliot. That 7
Let me
seconds of
introduce
just complete
Janine
silence.
King, a security guard here. Her skill is A+.
Like, how can you introduce her that way when you've
And
known her
this
for 5
hairy
minutes?
guy
Like,
is-
oh, she's the best shooter ever.
His
Her
name is
skills are
Dogs
A+.
Bauer.
She's a security
captain
guard
of the
here, and it's
SS
like,
Cargo,
how do you
Deanna.
know this? How do you know she's just a lady that has a gun
You guys know
and
each
she's,
other?
you know, held up here in a safe room?
I don't know her.
I don't know her.
You know, you shouldn't run up your bill at Rat's place. Your name is on their blacklist. You're pretty famous.
God damn son of a bitch.
Janine, what's going on here? I mean, I don't think one
It's
meteor
funny.
created that big dome and produced a bunch of monsters.
Monsters?
I have no clue either.
Just the body movement.
After that shocking sound, all the lights on the island went off. When I was trying to turn on the light, the monster suddenly attacked me.
The monster.
Why don't you ask her?
Assuming if there's just one
Nephilim
monster.
thing.
Let's ask Nephilim as she like hyper zooms to this panel. And for some stupid reason, we have to walk 3 steps over here just to trigger
Nephilim
another
knows
cutscene.
something.
What do you mean?
Take a look at this.
Okay. Throughout the game, too, I'm pretty sure
I
Elliot
researched the database
mispronounces
of this
Kimura.
island's lab.
I think he says Kimura.
Amazing. This lab immediately achieved the top revenue in the bio industry. Ever since
Oh my
then,
goodness,
it
the
keeps
top
on
revenue in
moving
the
up.
bio
Pay me
industry.
more so I can pay off my tab at the bar.
I think they were actually trying for like a Resident Evil-esque clone. I'm telling you, take a look at the Japanese version. Like the fixed camera angles
How
are
did they achieve such
insane. Like
wealth in such a
you'll be
short amount of time?
zoomed so far
Well,
away
they've
that
got
you
the
can
best
barely
brains in the
see like
business
Elliot's
working for
model,
them.
and you're like
The second
dodging
research
monsters and
group
stuff.
ended
It's
up working for the
crazy.
lab.
Also, like when I was trying to do that cutscene skip earlier, I went to like a first-person mode. Japanese version doesn't
What
even
the hell
have that
happened?
because of all the fixed
The
camera angles.
programmer's security system.
This game just
Space
works
biology?
better
Dino-site?
as an
Kimmy, can't
over-the-shoulder
you break
kind
the
of
code?
third-person experience.
Oh, sorry. I need an ID password of a lab employee.
Man,
Shit.
I may know how.
You have an ID?
a lot of the audio
Let's go
like
to
doesn't
Rat's
make sense
place.
here. Like
Rat's
people will be
place?
talking,
The bar where you
and
ran
other
up
people's
your
mouths will be
unpaid bill?
moving.
Why do we have to go drinking now?
See,
It's ridiculous.
like
The
Elliot's
entire city
talking and
area has been
Janine's
destroyed.
trying to
The
talk.
bar may not even
There's
exist.
nothing you can't get at Rat's place.
like I said, I'm
That's what
pretty
we
sure it's
say.
trying to follow
Let's
the
go,
Japanese dialogue.
Wait! The city area is also called Lab Town. You need a
Lab
pass to get
Town.
inside. Use this.
So, fun fact: this game is takes place on Christmas Eve. So this is a Christmas horror game. And the area that we're about to go to is decorated for Christmas, which is hilarious.
Nephilim is following us. Seems like she's in love with you.
So if this does make it into
2 girls and a
SGQ, for
guy.
example, this will be
I
like
see trouble in the near future.
like a Christmas
your
and
dreams.
summer kind of deal. What is it? Christmas in April? I think that's what it's called. Tentacle. Those things take like 3 handgun bullets to kill, and it's just, for the most part, this game pretty much follows survival horror rules. Just dodge things. You don't really need to fight anything.
Departure.
Unless it's deemed mandatory, you can get body blocked so hard. There goes Nephilim.
You have arrived.
I have arrived. Hello. So Nephilim, as we're playing through the game, you're just gonna see her zooming out of every corner. They're like right there, she just flies into the camera, and in a second, I guarantee you she's gonna fly, like, yep, right there. She's just gonna fly from behind, and she'll straight up blind you. So used to, we would farm money on these guys. Because sadly, this game does have a currency system. And we would farm so we can get hassies from vending machines and ammo. But there's going to be a big enemy we're going to fight in a little bit that just drops a crap ton of money. Please don't hit me. Thank you. And they'll take advantage of, you know, finding weapon ammo everywhere. All right. Now we can finally equip an item, or I should say a weapon. And that's a big tentacle. Big tentacles take 4 handgun. Little ones take 3. The handgun is primarily going to be used for killing tentacles. We get a lot of different weapons throughout the run, but like we're going to get a shotgun, and we use the shotgun a lot in the run. But when it comes to tentacles, the tentacles just ignore
There must be
shotgun
another way.
bullets. It's really dumb.
Don't ask me.
Don't ask me.
Yeah.
The shutter is closed, so now we have to take this super long way to get to Rat's place. We're just trying to get an ID card.
Hey, I hear some cool music. How are you guys?
Some
Get
cool
a disc at
music.
Rat's place?
As a matter of fact, we're not even in the place. This safety wall is completely blocking our way.
Blocking our way. Oh yeah, I didn't mention this
Can you
yet.
move the gate?
The voice actors. I don't forgive me for not knowing names,
Not right now. The
but like I said, this was a launch game, and you know, like Sonic Adventure was a
Is there
launch game,
another
so
path?
Sega just kind of reused voice actors that they already had on staff.
Let me look it up.
So Elliot's played by the guy who plays Sonic, and Dogs is played by the guy who plays Eggman, and I think Janine is either
Yes, you can go
Rouge
through a
or
freezer in the
Amy.
Hello Market. I'm not sure if it's open, but there should be a key in the shop.
I genuinely can't remember.
Got it. We're on our way.
Devlin, the manager, has a key. That is, if he's still alive.
All right, now we got to go to the Hello Market, which is we get to do something again incredibly goofy. We have to collect stamps, and not just any stamps. Stamps themed from another Dreamcast game called Pen Pen Tricellion, Triathlon. It's a weird game with penguin hybrid animal things, and you race with them. It's a very crazy game.
Merry Christmas and Happy Holiday! Let's join in the Happy Market Christmas Stamp Rally now!
So we have to do this because we can't get to. We need to get to the second floor
Over the star!
in order to like get a key, like two very important
Tina.
items.
Pen Sparky!
They're all called
Toto
Pen,
Sneak,
like Pen Tina,
Toto
Pen Sparky.
Collect all 4 stamps!
And there's
When you
some
collect all 4
crazy looking ones. If you ever
you
played
can
Pen or haven't played Pen,
items with a special discount on the
like,
second floor!
you need to just look up some of the designs for some of those characters. They are insane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go.
And let's challenge the dam.
We have plenty of healing items. Like I said, this game kind of has like a caution system, like Resident Evil. But you can lose so much movement speed by losing only like 30% of your health. Sometimes I think it's even less. Sometimes I feel like it's like 25. So we're going to be healing a lot more frequently than you would see in like other games. I mean, shoot, like we even look at like RE2 Remake, Claire moves faster in Yellow Caution. I wish that was the case here, but it's not. Alright. Get that guy out of the way, and we're gonna go ahead and kill this guy once. And hopefully he'll give me good RNG later when I come back. Because he's just gonna respawn. They don't do a lot of damage, but since I've already taken some damage, I don't want to take any more. And then we're gonna come up here. Come back here. It's kind of like a secret. Gives us another Hassie and a bank card. So that bank card, later we're going to get to an ATM. And we're going to basically steal some dude's money. And we only need to push this twice. It doesn't look like we can make it up on the box, but the game will let us. As long as you can like hit
Emergency
A
shutter is now
to activate
activated.
the
Please
forward
enter
movement
the
that Elliot
number
does
of
to
a
climb on
shutter
something.
you would like to
Doesn't matter if there's like a
deactivate.
gap. And we need to put in 2 passcodes. And these
Shutter
passcodes,
number
the way you would find these
0050
actually throughout the Hello
is
Market,
now deactivated.
there's some areas that are blocked off and they just straight up have
The
a
emergency
number
shutter is now
on the door.
activated.
And since we already
Please enter the number
know
of
the
a
numbers, we
shutter
just
you
come in
would
here and
like
put
to
them in.
deactivate.
The game really wants you to backtrack to come here, and it's kind of a pain.
Shutter number 0030
Thankfully, we don't have to come back here.
is now deactivated.
Also, Nephilim is just no clipping into the wall. She's like she needs our help, right? There's like the meteor that she came in is got stopped by these like shutters, like protecting the core of the island. And it's really dumb. It's obvious that she can just kind of, you know, phase through walls and stuff, but I guess maybe the meteor has to make it. I don't know. Blue Stinger lore is goofy. All right, time to keep collecting stamps and dodging tentacles along the way. And hopefully these big enemies are like the default zombie type enemies. They just sometimes will just give you bad RNG. They'll just be spawned in a really awkward spot.
Yeah.
Because even if like they're off screen, they're still moving, and it's just really annoying to deal with them sometimes. All right. And thankfully, the game is programmed to where we can just go to like the side of these stamp machines. Don't exactly have to go to the front to get the stamp. We just need 2 more. Good positioning on the enemies. Good, that guy didn't take a swing. He totally could have, though. Alright, there's gonna be a tentacle right here that we're just gonna get rid of.
Yeah, I'm Pimpentina.
Yeah. Alright, one more. This next one's gonna have a funny cutscene to it. This way. And then we get to go upstairs and fight a big baddie to get us some money. On harder difficulties of this game, like, you start with no money, which is really bad, and then taking one hit will put you in, like,
Did you go
caution.
to Rat's place?
What are you doing, Elliot?
I'm looking for Taco Pen.
Oh, he's looking for Taco Pen. And Janine's just like, yeah, right. And of course, Elliot just has the dumbest response.
I guess she doesn't understand jokes.
I love these kind of chicks.
He's so dumb.
Congratulations.
All right,
Taco
there's all the
Bell
stamps.
Thanks for getting me.
Now we just can go to the elevator, and we're actually going to switch to Dogs. Dogs has a bow gun. The bow gun really isn't that good, but it's really good against this one guy. And it lets us conserve ammo. The main reason we don't just switch to Dogs a lot is because he's a lot slower than Elliot, like, movement-wise.
Let's join the special discount.
Yeah, so let's join the special discounts. Here we go. Get to fight a big boogin. Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna have to use some extra bullets because I did miss a shot. That's fine. Okay, that's good. We did take like an extra hit, which is kind of annoying, but what are you gonna do? You adapt. All right, so we come here to get this bottle. It's called Dachshund. And Dachshund, I don't even think it's an item you personally can use. It's like a key item for another character.
Phew, saved my life.
There's a guy dying
guys are
downstairs, and
rescuers?
apparently
How
Dachshund
many
will
are saved?
cure
Is
him.
Devlin alive?
I don't know.
Chill, one question at a time.
Frame drop.
Okay.
First of all, we are not
Okay.
rescuers. I mean, I am. I'm as lost as you are, and I have no idea how many survived.
Do you have the card key to the freezer warehouse?
Who are you?
He's Dogs Bauer, captain of the SS Deanna. We're...
No time.
Why
for
does
explanation.
Elliot have to do
You wanna
that?
live, give me the
He's
card
Dogs
key.
Bauer. He's the captain of this ship.
It's in a safe on my desk. This is.
I love the frame drops.
Wait here. I'll be back right away.
I'll be back right away. We never come back here, ever. We lied to him. Also, a really funny thing, kind of, I would say more annoying than funny. I can't buffer my forward movements when going through doors, because if I hold forward, most of the time, Elliot's just going to move left or right the second the room loads. And in Silent Hill 2, that's a problem that can happen. But you can fix it by wiggling the thumbstick.
Here, I got your
Everyone calls
Dachshund.
it wiggle stick. Here, that doesn't work. I wish it did.
Thanks. You saved my life. Here, use this.
So we, this is kind of like a side mission that we just did to get this storage key. And it's like, oh, this is like an any % run. Why would you go do that? Well, backtracking all the way over here, to get this item to get the key is about to give us a lot of stuff, a lot of really important weapons and weapon ammo, I should say. Oh, nice. He already swung. Didn't have to stop.
Yeah.
So we get 3 cases of napalm, which is really good. The napalm is going to be used a lot on bosses. And we're actually going to be coming up to the first boss. This guy came all the way in here to say hello. Good thing Elliot plays Street Fighter. Oh, crap. Yep. So this is the slow walking pace that'll happen to you. As you can see, I'm like I said, like 30% of my health is gone. And I already have to heal because I want to be able to move fast. Honestly, this game is a kind of a difficult game casually. Like, if you waste your money on a lot of dumb things, there's like a bunch of random weapons and stuff you can buy, but a lot of the stuff in the game is not even useful. Some of it's cool, like you can get a plasma sword, but it's just like, eh. You get a lot of different melee weapons. Dog's ability, like, you know, Elliot has this. His 4-hit combo that goes into a fire kick. Dogs doesn't have that. He has like this ability where if you find different t-shirts for him, he'll learn like different martial arts. Like, it's really dumb. So right now, if I switch to dogs and try to do melee, he just does this guard animation, and that's it. All right. Now we're in the freezer. The freezer can be kind of annoying. It's a huge maze. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. And you see that there's a little meter below me. And that meter is like our warmth meter, if you want to say. Our temperature. So the temperature, if it gets, if that gauge essentially goes to 0, we instantly die. I don't think we instantly die. I think we just start losing health, which is really bad. This healing takes time. Also, these doors never like to work on the first try. They're the only doors in the game that do this.
Yeah.
But when we come into rooms like this, we can warm ourselves up and then go back into the cold. We actually will be coming across a heater that we can use. And we're going to pick that up just because we can have it for the boss fight. And again, the music, super over the top. We're just kind of walking in a freezer and it's just like, bah, 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 bah. We're going to use this key code. Oh, wow. That door actually worked. It usually doesn't. Okay. Coming up to the first boss. It's a big ice dragon thing. Good thing we have napalm. We're just going to shoot the crap out of it. We're trying to kill it with just one clip of napalm.
Yeah.
Let's see what these guys do to us. These guys can sometimes be really annoying. Took 2 hits, that's fine. Go ahead and get right here, and then we're just gonna switch to the napalm gun. And we're gonna walk in and just start shooting. And after 3 shots, we're just gonna walk over here. And then 1 more. Go ahead and reload during the death animation because we're gonna need this later. Get to the keypad, and then we're gonna turn around because Elliot is a nerd and he has to do a guts pose, like when he kills a boss. And now we're in the temperature room. We're gonna put in a funny number because this is a great passcode. Oh, not 4. 5, 5, 5, 5. Absolutely genius. All right, so now the freezer isn't going to kill us. I mean, it wouldn't have anyway since we had the heater, but us changing the temperature allows us to get to this door that was frozen over originally. So we got to just do a little bit of backtracking. And after the freezer, we're going to get to do a lot more dumb things. Got some dumb cutscenes coming up. This game is just charming. If you love goofy, like if you like B-movie horror, like this is exactly what a B-movie horror game would be like. All right. I'd like to not heal anymore inside the freezer. Hopefully that will be the case. This room is kind of close quarter. Let's see what the big guy does for us. Okay, he was in a good spot. Sometimes he likes to walk straight to the door. Nephilim just no clipping everywhere. No, no. Okay, good. Those guys will always swing with their right arm, so you want to go to their left every single time. But if they're like hugging a wall, you just can't because their bodies are so big. And this is supposed to be like a little freezer maze. And then right here, we're going to have a little bit of speed tech. The game wants us to push an ice block to like be able to get up to this key card. But we're just going to go ahead and climb it. And we're just going to do really precise movement right here so we can fall on the ice block. And we didn't get it. So usually you have about 2 chances before you lose time. So if you get this on the second try, you still save time. There we go.
Yeah.
You can't just like walk over it like a diagonal. You have to like start walking off the edge and then like hit like the analog stick like hard right to have Elliot like turn and fall into it. It's really weird. And now we're gonna switch to our broken shotgun. We're gonna get rid of these big old carcasses of meat, and that's gonna be the freezer. Not too bad. And now for funny. All of that just to go around a wall. We had to go through all of that to go around a wall.
Yes. Look, I'm sorry I got distracted. We're finally out of the freezer.
If this
and about to
game
enter
had
Rat's place. Everything
out of
okay up
bounds, which
there?
it kind of does, but the thing
Everything's
is, like,
fine.
it'll always just kill you when you go out of bounds.
Can you hold on a sec?
Can you hold
Go
on a
ahead.
sec? And the dogs is like,
Janine,
Janine's like, I ain't having none of that. There's drama.
I don't think she likes you.
I don't think she likes you.
that snotty little brat. I'll bet her mother is exactly like her.
You're in a bad mood.
You're in a bad mood. All right, this little optional thing that we need to do, this is to get the rail gun. It's just in this toilet.
Yeah.
Hopefully this guy did not just walk into the bathroom because he always does. Okay, good. Very nice. That room can just completely just destroy you. Like, most of the time, you're going to have to leave that room and heal. All right, this would be another area where we'd have to, like, help a person. Like, there's a little kid in here that's like, I want the toy, but I can't do this gun mini game. Can you do it for me? And then you do it, and then he gives you the code, but the code never changes, so it's whatever. All right, that was bad RNG. That guy in the white shirt, like, turned really quick. We're getting body blocked. We're getting body blocked. Okay, good. One more hit, and I'm gonna have to heal. And we got tentacles here that we have to deal with. Okay, good. All right, so we picked up a bank card earlier. We're gonna go ahead and use that. It gives us the option to use Elliot's card. What's crazy is like there'll be a cutscene later where it'll hit like Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, and Elliot will get paid. What's funny is his paycheck is like garbage. The game just tricks you to be like, oh, you can get free money, and it's not even worth your time.
Are you still alive?
I mean, we just
Good
talked
timing,
like 3
Janine.
seconds ago.
We just arrived at Rat's place. We'll call you back in 5.
Got it, tough guy.
So this is Rat's place. There's a secret door thing under the floor. And Elliot has to move this pool table to go press a button that is literally his height. I understand having to move the pool table to get to the underground bunker, but don't make him go up there just to like
Thank God
push
you're
the button.
here.
It's so
ready to
stupid.
Pay off your debt? Dang, he's alive.
Oh, he's
I thought
alive.
You'd be dead so that I'd be debt-free.
That's too bad. Most of my clients are dead.
Dogs, get to the point.
Who's he?
Uh-oh.
A young rescuer who is as lost as us.
why can't Elliot introduce like
I need your
people
help.
like Dogs does? He just was like, he's a young
You're
rescuer
looking for a
who's as
weapon?
lost as us.
Forget
He's not
about
like,
it.
he's Elliot G.
need a
Ballard.
lab
He's an
ID.
Easter member and he was on vacation and like
Check the wine rack. The one
giving
with all the tabs.
giving the life story. Like, don't have to do that every single time.
You just might find one.
All right. There's a
Thanks.
he's talking the wine case he's talking about is
It's
right
gonna
next to
cost
us.
you. Remember,
You can like push
can't
it.
die
You're supposed to like
until
push
you
it to
pay
the
off
left and
your
the
tab.
right to like grab the things, but if you can actually like grab
Yeah.
things like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go. You can grab things through the vending machine. That's pretty cool. All right, now we got to backtrack
It's me.
all the way back to
Met
Janine.
with
Thankfully,
rats.
we don't have to go
He's
through the
still alive.
freezer.
Good. Now get back here at once.
Sure, Han.
Hun, God, he's such a nerd. Yeah, we don't have to go all the way through the freezer. We're going to be taking a little bit of a shortcut. God, I always forget about that one tentacle. Let me guess. Yep, I thought so. Always forget about that one tentacle. That's fine. I'm going to have to heal in a little bit anyway, because we're probably going to be taking damage here. Okay. We're going to have to fight like do like a little mini boss part right here. It's just fighting a bunch of these normal enemies, but they're really, really annoying to deal with. We're just trying to like group them. Nice. Taking no damage right there is really good. The monster was holding something. What's funny is you can actually exit through doors before getting like a key item that a monster drops. And it just like respawns everything. Makes you fight everything again. There's a boss later on where like you can leave the room after killing it and it doesn't give you the card. I think it's fight it again. And if that happens in the speed run, you're kind of SOL. You have to just reset because you use all of your weapon ammo to kill it. Nice. Didn't take damage right there. All right, so we're not going to go through the freezer. We did that whole part right there to get some fish poison. And there's going to be these enemies in this water. They're just going to be instantly killed when we throw this in here. The game just doesn't let you go this way unless you have the fish poison. So there they go. And now we get to deal with some of the most ridiculous swimming controls ever conceived. So right now I'm holding forward and mashing B. All right, this guy needs to lunge at us. Okay, that's bad. He didn't lunge, so we're gonna have to dodge him by not even looking at him. We really don't want to take damage from this guy. Okay, good. So yeah, holding forward and mashing B. And then right here, I'm letting go of forward to swim up. And I'm having to mash B to stay, like, above water. At any point, if I stop mashing B, Elliot just sinks. And what's really silly right here is Elliot can die the second his meter goes to 0. That's below the health bar. That hits 0, you just die. He could die like this. It's really silly. He's just face just in above, like, barely underwater. He can die. Okay. Yeah, really annoying swimming. Thankfully, there's only 2 swimming segments in the game, and the next one is going to be at the very end of the run. Well, technically, there's 3. The next one is going to be us just like falling into like a pool and then grabbing a key and then immediately getting out. There's another swimming segment towards the end of the game where we actually do have to swim. Ugh. As you saw, we kind of appeared in the Hello Market again, or the Lab Town, whatever you want to call it. Now we're all the way back here. Again, this is survival horror. We're going to be doing backtracking. Just how it is. There's just a home base that we have to backtrack to a handful of times throughout the run.
Stand by.
We
for
basically
immediate
learn
departure.
new information and then had to give it back to Janine. And there goes Neffy. Meow.
You have arrived.
Right there. I was holding forward and I immediately moved left. That's an example of not being able to buffer your inputs. Ah! Spooky tentacle. My sweetheart.
Who is it?
Elliot,
What's the code?
my sweetheart.
It's so goofy.
Welcome home, tough guy.
This is for you, honey.
This is for you, honey. Oh my
Come
god.
on, make it happen.
So we were also supposed to find a code for this key card. I actually can't remember where you find
Elliot,
it. It never
you have a
changes, so I
password.
already know it. But it could be on the back of the card when you examine it. I genuinely don't remember.
Gotcha. It's okay. The password's accepted.
The password's accepted.
I guess we gotta give it up. The electric system is dead. We can't get into the host of the lab.
We have a light here.
It's coming from a different route. I'll
Like the
bet
best
you need
movement
a
in the
bigger
game.
electric system in the deep island.
What are they doing in such a place?
The lab there is called Fossil Home. Even security
Fossil
guards
Home.
are not allowed to get in there. It's like a
Oh
black
man, so this
box.
next
Never seen
area
anything
is
like
really
it.
dumb.
Can we get to the electric system?
I
It's my
guess.
least favorite
We
part in
have
the game.
Chris's ID.
There's like a
Good. I'll go.
boss-esque
dogs.
monster that we're gonna have
Rod,
to
stay
fight
with
that's
Janine.
just
I kind of have a bad
impossible
feeling.
to do
When it comes to bad
optimally.
luck, my hunches tend to be right on.
Never mind. I don't need a guardian.
She made a choice.
But before that, we get to do one of the most ridiculous things ever conceived in a video game.
Call me on the line if something happens.
You're about to see what it is. It's pretty hilarious. What's wrong, Janine? Oh. She has a locket with Dogs' picture. What could it mean? I bet Dogs knows. What do you think, Dogs?
What a bitch.
I think she's cute.
They're both hilarious, dude. Like, Elliot is just a huge nerd, and Dogs is just real. Oh, I took damage. Ugh, I hate those lasers, man. They're so annoying to dodge. Like, the second you hear the laser be shot, you have to, like, serpentine. All right, this is Truck Butt. They want you to fight Truck Butt right here, but it's kind of annoying. So we're not going to. We're just gonna kind of manipulate them to move and then just push this rock out of the way. The game's gonna have this weird fixed camera angle because, you know, they want us to fight them. This area also is an optional thing that you can do, but in the speedrun we have to do it because this is gonna give us one of Dogs' best weapons. Real quick, we're gonna switch back to the handgun because there is a tentacle that we need to kill, and like I said, the shotgun just does not kill those things.
Yeah.
And here it is. We're gonna get the Gatling gun. I think we only need to get 2, or just pick up 1 extra clip. I'm gonna go ahead and grab 2 because I can't remember. Gatling gun is really good, but it's primarily gonna be used at the very end of the game. There's like a tower defense segment, and it just makes that whole 3 minutes just absolutely just pointless. It just makes it super easy. Like, the whole thing is like you're trying to protect Janine, and there's these 2 enemies that are unkillable. So you just keep like shooting them to knock them down. But that won't be for like, oh, another hour, hour and a half, another like probably an hour and a half. All right, these laser dodges are really obnoxious. Very good. All right, so We're heading to that big tanker that's in the background. But what we're going to be doing is really stupid. Like I said, it's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in a survival horror game. And this game is over the top, and Elliot is maybe he's just a low-key genius, but I think this is so dumb. So the area that we're trying to get to is a fossil home or the electrical area, whatever you want to call it. But the road is broken right here. We need to clear this gap somehow. Dramatic music. And the dogs is just like,
It's history. We can't go any further.
Don't give up so easily.
don't give up so easily. Elliot immediately has this idea. This is the most ridiculous thing a person could ever think of. And I don't know how he thought of it just, like, on the fly. It's insane. We're gonna come up here. It's like, oh, we're gonna jump the gap. Oh, we're gonna zip line, or we're gonna parachute. We're gonna do something really like something that's practical. No, we do the most impractical thing in existence.
Warning. Personnel without Level 1 pyrotechnic clearance are not allowed beyond this point. Intake system. This system takes air from the top level of the tank to avoid corrosion. Do not expose to heat. System lock. Currently, the system is not engaged. Please remove the lock cap from an intake hole.
Ugh. I accidentally unplugged my headphones. I couldn't hear anything. All right, so we're gonna climb all the way up here. There's gonna be an intake cap, as the robot was saying. We're gonna shoot it. There we go. We just need to blow up one of them. Then we're gonna go all the way back down. And if you haven't guessed yet, you're about to know what's gonna happen.
Warning.
All right, we gotta hear the same spiel again.
Are not allowed beyond this point. Intake system. This system takes air from the top level of the tank to avoid corrosion. Do not expose to heat.
I'm gonna.
Would you like to activate the intake system?
If it's on fire, then of course.
Emergency.
Oh.
Emergency.
Oh.
Emergency.
Oh.
First degree warning. Intake system is on fire.
Well, that
Tank
sucks.
will explode momentarily.
The tank's gonna explode. So behind me is a huge wall of fire, just kind of following me up here. Totally would love to show you that, but if I get touched by it, I just gonna die, so we're not gonna do that. Yeah, this is Elliot's idea, is to blow up this tanker and get ready for one of the most ridiculous cutscenes you've ever seen. And then his model just loads in, just like at the edge, and just flies back. It's so silly. So yeah, that's how we cleared the gap. And I need to make this perfectly clear. Yeah, we don't see dogs on the screen with us right now, but he's technically with us. He did that too. He was right behind Elliot. He got blown across that gap. Oh, these wasp minis are so annoying to dodge. That was really good, though. That could be a very bad spot where you actually have to heal. And we got away pretty much scot-free. All right, time for electrical. Electrical is really dumb. So first things first is we're gonna replace a bunch of wires.
Well, I'm
and then we
looking for the
gotta.
emergency
There's
light.
a monster sucking
There
all
should be a
the
control
juice
panel
essentially
close to the emergency light.
from
Could you
the
check it
entire
out?
island, and we have to kill that thing.
Check.
And then
Got
we're gonna
it.
backtrack to Janine. But the monster's really annoying. It's like 7 or 8 of these little electrical bugs, and when you shoot one of them, they all aggro. and it's really obnoxious to deal with. Sometimes they'll stun lock you and kill you. So we just have to hope that does not happen. All right, need this crank to open up a door upstairs. And we need to go ahead and switch back to the shotgun because there are 2 meanies in here, and it's just quicker to one-shot them with the shotgun. Like I said, the shotgun is ridiculously strong. And at the same time, we can pick up some extra money. We really don't need to. But it's just nice to have some extra funds. Just in case something happens where I need, like, to use extra ammo and stuff, I'll have to buy, you know, an extra one or so. Watch him use the crank, and Dog's like, do it faster! And Elliot's like, oh my goodness, that was so hard. He literally was holding on to nothing, by the way. Alright, so these green bugs, they don't do a lot of damage, but they are very aggressive. They will follow you everywhere. Those green bugs are essentially what we're going to be fighting in a little bit. They're just blue. A little bit bigger, and they're blue. So this area, again, is like a little bit of a maze. We need to find 4 wires and some gloves, some insulated gloves so we can change out wires. And then in some of these rooms, you're going to see on the wall, it says like 1, 2, 3. You can't even like really tell like what wire is burned out. It doesn't really do anything. You just have to like guess.
Yeah.
So got the gloves. Now we can start replacing wires, and we thankfully just kind of know where to go. So the game really just wants you to go up to all these and just find ones that are burnt out. And like, there's a lot of spots that you'd have to check. So this is really nice not having to deal with that. The beauty of speed running and just knowing. Oh wow, we actually dodged that. That's really good. Then it's 3. It's 2, 3, 1, 3. And we still need to pick up 1 more wire. All right, we can take damage here because of these green guys, and there's going to be a super aggro dude just running at us. Let's see. Sometimes this room can go really bad. We're already taking... I don't mind taking hits from the little guys because they don't do a lot of damage, but man,
Yeah.
you can get stun locked, and then the big guy will hit you, and just you can take a lot in here. All right, that wasn't so bad. And there's going to be a big guy right in front of us right here, and we're just going to quickly get over here. Oh, we went... Oh, that's so unlucky. You're supposed to, like, just turn in the corner and then replace this cable, but I went out the door. Ah, so we took damage. And now we need to heal.
Good timing. Let there be light.
Yeah, this part's really silly. There's supposed to be dialogue with Janine right here, but I guess they forgot to record it.
Hang on, let me check.
See, like, he's, like, answering a question. It's like Janine didn't even say anything. And then right here, they were just like, here's text. Read it. It's like, hey, go back to the spot that you were earlier, which is not... It's telling you to go to the wrong spot, too. It's like, go back to the emergency light, which is, like, the first thing that we checked was that big red light in the wall. You don't need to go back there. There's, like, a door next to the one that comes into this area. That's the one we need to go into. And what's really silly is the game doesn't tell you to come over here and check this door over here. Because there's a key card in here. And this key card is going to let us get into the boss room. And if you don't grab that key card, the backtracking I think is at least 3 or 4 minutes of backtracking. It's really bad. Hopefully we don't get hit here. Good. Ah, we did. God. I think you can just hold forward and it'll put you in a position where that guy will swing at you, but he actually won't hit you. Like, you'll just be in a sweet spot. All right, so we're back here. We just need to go into this door right here. First, we need to come in here We're gonna buy 1 extra handgun just in case, and we need to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shotgun, and that's gonna be enough shotgun for the rest of the run, thankfully. And honestly, I think before we fight the boss, I'm gonna fire this round off so we can have a full clip. Actually, I think we could just reload. Isn't that just a thing? No, that's what I thought. We'll go ahead and just reload now. It's fine. I used 1 less shot than I usually do. So honestly, that's kind of annoying because we have to reload. Shooting this boss that we're about to fight once and then having to reload would be really bad. We do have to fight this one. We have to fight one of those. There's going to be this dragonfly holding a human. And that human has a key card. Also, those gaps, by the way, we can fall on those. Earlier, I picked up these things called life hooks. If you do not have a life hook and you fall into a pit, it's a game over. If you do have a life hook, it's like a second chance. Okay, good. Health is kind of bad, but thankfully we're not really gonna have to move a lot in this area. We just kind of, you know, we're gonna be taking damage here, like, regardless.
This monster was sucking up all the juice.
We've got to get rid of them.
All right, we got to kill all these guys. I'm gonna kind of back up a little bit, then we're gonna kind of look forward and aim up. But yeah, this is what happens. It's really hard to get shots off. So we took a lot of damage right there, and we're going to go ahead and heal. If you do take damage while you're drinking a Hassie, sadly, you will not get healed. Oh, man. Yeah, you can see how ridiculous this part is. You can lose a lot of time here. There's better weapons to fight this thing. Like, there's a plasma, like, pistol that you can get.
Dogs, let's get out of
But
here.
that plasma pistol is bought through a vending machine. It costs like 3,000 Kimra dollars, and that is way too expensive. Okay. But thankfully, we can go ahead and move on. We used a lot of shotgun, too, which is unfortunate. All right, so we get a call from Janine, but she's not there.
Over.
Now we're backtracking again. But your brain's probably thinking, but we got blown up across a gap. How are we going to cross the gap? There's a completely different way that Elliot probably could have gone instead of blowing himself across a gap.
We're going back.
Like, it's
I think she's
really,
in trouble.
really funny. All right, for the most part, just going to be dodging enemies. We've already dealt with all the main hazards in this area. Oh. This is probably like the last annoying part, is having to dodge these wasp enemies. Like, backtracking, they're just so relentless, dude. We got a little over 4 clips of shot. We should be fine with shotgun. I know we used a lot, but I think we're gonna be okay. So, before we even get to go back, we're gonna be fighting a truck butt. One of those, that big enemy that we just kind of dodged earlier. We're actually gonna be fighting one now. And it's primarily so we can get Elliot's bazooka, which is like his best weapon, and we get a car key. He's giving us good RNG. It's good that he does the gas attack. He does a thing sometimes where he will defend himself. That's really bad. Remember how I told you earlier, if you leave an area, like even when you kill a boss, the boss fight will just reset. That's just what happened. So this really is not good, because like we really need napalm later for another boss fight. And now we're gonna have to improvise with doing shotgun, which I think will be okay. It's just not gonna be like optimal. Like if this was a... Oh, I can't heal yet. I can't heal yet. If this was like me going for record or something, this would have been a reset. I totally forgot that can happen to you. Will large Hassie actually put me in a good spot? No, I have to use my last Hassie. The good thing is we're going to be buying some more in a little bit, but I just can't take damage. Any more damage backtracking.
Yeah.
Then we get Elliot's bazooka. This isn't the worst thing in the world. There's a lot worse things that can happen in this run. That's not one of them. For a marathon setting, that's really not a big deal. There are backups. All right, so we can't clear this gap, so we're just gonna go over here, and there's a road. And just more laser dodging. So usually you can just hold forward right there. So like right here, we were in this area earlier. We could have just gone through here. Like it didn't say it was locked, but the game was just like, no, you're gonna go this way. Have fun. All right, we're doing good. Like I said, we don't have any more health drinks or Hassies or whatever, which is bad, but we really aren't taking damage. Like, I expect to take some damage right here because these lasers are so close, and it's really hard to dodge them. But for the most part, that's pretty much it. We're gonna have one more area with a really, really close laser beam. All right, good. And now we're all the way back here. But Janine's gonna have her own little cutscene right here.
What is it? Neffy? Yes?
She's showing me the blue. Blue steam. Whoa! I don't know what's going on. Whoa! It's so dumb. Hey, we don't have to give the passcode. Isn't that nice?
Janine! You did this?
You did this?
I guess she's not on our side after all.
She just no clips. She just leaves.
I'm fine. Nephilim is not an enemy. I can see now what she's trying to tell us, but...
But...
It's a vision. Hard to describe in words. She's not human.
I think that's obvious.
I mean, she's still an intelligent life form, but how should I phrase it? It's as if her body and soul can be detached. The Nephilim we see now is her soul.
Her body
Yeah, so we're
is in a
seeing her
different
soul and her
place?
body's stuck in the meteor. She's actually like a big spooky monster, which is funny. Again, another cutscene where we have to just move a little bit to trigger another cutscene.
What's the blue blinking light represent?
I don't know. I can't identify it.
Well, how do you get into the research lab?
I'm sure you can get in with Chris's ID.
I wonder if this blue light is the cause of the disaster.
Is this one of your hunches again?
I'm not twisting your arm to come with me.
Don't be a smartass, kid.
The electricity's back on. I can unlock the run road and open the door to the car. It's a lot safer to use the car.
It's a lot safer to use the car. And
Merry
that's-
Christmas!
Thankfully, we got the car. Hey, it's Christmas.
It's now the 25th.
Oh, this is the worst Christmas I ever had.
Damn, it's my payday.
Did you miss a date tonight?
No way. Let's go.
To the bank?
No, to the place where the blue light's at.
Nah, I'm not
Only when you
backtracking
need
all
it,
the way to
Janine.
the bank. Nope. All right, so we got to go where the blue light is. And you thought this game was ridiculous? So far. We're about to get to the most ridiculous part in the game, I think. Besides, like, blowing ourselves up to clear a gap, we're about to do something so silly. Meow. 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 Okay, we're here. Thankfully, like I said earlier, we don't have any health drinks or hassies or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be getting some right now. Usually I don't grab that one, but
Yeah.
for safety
Yeah.
purposes, we'll go ahead and grab it.
We should change.
So we need to change into these clean suits because we're about to go into like a
I can't fit
Germ-free
into a
zone.
size M.
I guess you'll
I
have to
can't
go
wear a
without
size M. So he can't. Dogs can't fit into the suit.
Do you
So we
think
got to
it's
find
safe?
him a different suit.
changing. If not, we'll have to find a bigger size.
And you're not gonna believe what we find.
I found something in my pocket.
All right, now we can get into the lounge. And this is where we're gonna stock up on some more hassies, and this will be all the hassies we need for the rest of the run. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's pretty much all we're gonna need.
Yeah.
And we
This
find a
Santa's outfit is size LL.
Santa suit.
Hey, what are you suggesting?
It's perfect for you.
I guess I have no choice.
Elliot's XBL, Xbox Live.
It suits you.
When you have a kid, I'll visit you from the chimney.
That day might come soon.
The implications of what Elliot just said, that day might come soon. Like thinking he's gonna get with Janine.
Look at that. There's a bathtub. Cool.
What do you mean, cool?
So yeah, we have to take a bath.
It's the smell which wears out those monsters.
Because if we try to go through like
course I'm
where the
joking.
clean area is, the machine's gonna
Watch
be
it,
like,
you old coot. Careful whose
"You're
leg
stinky."
pulling.
Stop babbling.
Go take a bath.
Let's go.
So now we have to like, it's like mandatory that we have to do this bath cutscene thing. It's so dumb, so silly.
Bath.
I'm just gonna let this speak for
Nothing's gonna
itself.
stop.
What you'll do if the monster attacks you while you're butt naked?
I'll fight back butt naked. Stop whining. Let's jump in the tub.
I'm not sure if this is such a good idea.
Hey, in the tub we go. Taking a bath in the middle of a battlefield. Ain't that cool?
Well, I guess.
Hey, you're more macho than I thought.
Shut up.
You're more macho than I thought.
This might be the last bath I can take.
I see.
Just go.
All right, so we literally take a 3-second dip, and now we're clean. Now we can go into like the lab area. What's really crazy is like they don't get naked. If you pay really close attention, Dogs is wearing like boxers or something. What's actually happening there is that they just go into like their swimsuit outfits, which is something that you can unlock. It's called swim mode.
Clean check passed. You are now permitted to enter.
All right. So another funny thing's about to happen to Elliot. We're gonna switch to his OP bazooka. And we're gonna get attacked by a monster. This thing's gonna fall on us. And it's bad for Elliot because that kind of infected him. So now we're gonna shoot a couple of bazooka rounds at this guy. And hopefully that'll kill it. And it does. It gives us a key card. And now we get this.
Oh,
What's wrong?
I feel sick. I think I swallowed some of the monster vomit.
Monster vomit.
Oh, that's not good. Elliot, you look sick.
I can't talk. Well,
We should look for some medicine. Can you walk?
yes.
So this is like the supposed to be checking out the blue light, but the area is locked by a key card. So we're about to go through a bunch of hoops to get a key card.
Yeah.
And at the same time, we need to save Elliot, which poor guy. Okay, we need to switch back to the shotgun. This is a really scary reset point in the run. This area is filled with gas. Okay. And there's also these enemies. It's close quarters and there's enemies, and it can be really bad if they block you. So that's good. Usually on the way down, it's not too bad. Okay, please go down. Thank you. There's gonna be a key card down here.
Yeah.
We need to go back up. If that meter goes to, empty, we die. I literally just need to get into a room, but we're probably gonna get body blocked right here. It always happens. Yeah, so this is where we're just gonna not take any chances, like kill 2 of these enemies to make it a little bit easier to get around. Okay, good. I've had so many runs die right there. Like, it's not even funny. Excuse me, sir. Oh, I don't need to go in here yet. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wasn't supposed to come in here yet. I actually just need to go back down. Yeah, these guys like to respawn too, which is really annoying. Go ahead and reload. Please go down. Please go down.
I feel sick.
I feel sick.
What's wrong?
What's wrong, Elliot?
I swallowed monsters.
I swallowed
Don't talk.
monsters.
If you lose consciousness, I'll take care of you.
Aw, thanks, Dogs. Too bad we're still gonna just use Elliot the whole time because he just runs faster. It doesn't matter. Nothing really happens like to the gameplay performance when Elliot is sick. There's gonna be an area or a point later where right, this is really annoying to push. Where it's gonna give us a time limit, and Elliot, if he doesn't get the medicine in time, he just dies. Okay, come on. Yeah, I know that doesn't look like that was gonna go in, but it totally does. Yes, I want to turn on the antibacteria shower, please. Come on. All right, we're gonna have to fight like some of those dog enemies, like 3 of them right here, because if we let them live, it's like almost impossible to do this one segment later. Just get past this guy, and this is where we're gonna start fighting. Excuse you. Are you serious? Come on. Wow. What a jerk. Oh, come on. Just really bad shotgun shot. It's okay, because, like, this is a spot, like, you always are going to have to heal. Ooh, ooh, ooh. There we go. Full health. Now we're going to come into here. This part's really silly. So this is an elevator.
What is that?
And this elevator needs blood.
You have entered
And it's going to
B
check if our
section.
blood's infected.
All
Of course it
doors
is.
will be locked. Please wait.
Oh.
So I, like, stabbed
The
Elliot right
dinocyte
there.
cell has
And
been
it's like,
discovered.
oh, you have the dino
Please wait
virus.
for personnel.
Somebody will show up.
And then it locked us in this room.
Stupid, nobody will come. You're all dead. Take it off me, please.
I said don't talk.
Don't
let me-
talk. All right, so we're locked in here now. We're gonna try to go back to the door. If this happens.
Now what? Ellie, can you see me?
Yes, I can.
We've got to get to ground level 2 somehow.
All right, again, I have to rephrase this. Dogs is with us when we do this. Yes, we now are gonna be Spider-Man and climb up things. The movement for this is insane. It's really hard to control. For the most part, you really want to use the D-pad for this part, because it inverts controls like nobody's business. Like right now, I'm holding down. Like it tries to do a tank control thing, and it's just like it just does it really poorly. So yeah, we're just gonna be climbing on the ceiling for a little bit, getting to areas that we weren't able to access before. Like what we're doing now is we're trying to get into this room where there's these blood bags, and we're gonna trick that little system to letting us in. Here we go. Whee! All right, so this is where we fought those 3 dog enemies. Like I said, we need to kill them, because if we try to climb up this thing right here, they immediately will knock you off every single time. It's like impossible. And it's just, you know, it's worth just killing them, because we're about to get into a room where we're gonna have these new like caterpillar type enemies, and it's the same thing. We need to at least kill like one of them, because it can be really annoying to like leave the room, because like this one in particular is just right here. This room is really small, and it's really easy to get body blocked. So I'm okay with taking a couple of hits right there, and we just need to get up here before these other guys just show up. Those guys will have a bite attack, and they have like a tail whip attack, and the tail whip attack is really annoying. All right, so now we got blood. The blood is frozen though, so we need to go to thaw it. And then after that, we can, you know, go back into that elevator room and then trick it into using this blood in order for us to go downstairs. And then we're gonna get to the spot where I was like, where we really need napalm, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna be okay with just shooting it normally with the shotgun. It'll be fine because we can shoot it and we can kick it. It's not going to be too bad. At worst, I'm going to have to heat it extra, which is not a big deal. It's actually going to be kind of fun. I'm kind of excited to adapt on the fly, but it's only because like I've only done this like once or twice without the napalm, and I just know it's possible. All right, Spider-Man time is almost done. All right, so this room right here is actually the room where we turned off the we turn on the ventilation to get the gas out of the area. And we're gonna climb down here. Remember that room earlier? I was like, oh, I'm not supposed to be in here yet. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna go. It's where we can thaw the blood. Frozen blood, now thaw. Just like that. And now we gotta climb back up again. And now we're back in the room that we were locked in earlier. But now we can actually go down. And we have synchronized breathing from these two wonderful pro tags.
The blood check is clear. You are
blood
now
check is
permitted
clear.
to enter B.
Enter B. Excuse me. All right, here's the fight.
R305.
You're Dr. Jacob?
And Elliot can just talk normally all of a sudden. Alright, so yeah, we're just gonna shoot shotgun bullets and hope for the best. Hey! Never seen that before. Yeah, see, that wasn't bad. And getting a lot of this money is really important. Okay. Because we are going to be... The last thing we really need to buy is bazooka ammo for the final boss. Oh. He's growing tentacles.
If you change again, I'll kill you.
I'll kill you. All right, so now it's yeah, Elliot has 30 minutes to live, and that's actual like RTA. It's a real RTA 30 minutes. So that's pretty fun. All right, so now we need to go to this other area. It's really far away, and we're gonna fight another boss. It's like a big slime, another big slime monster boss. Oh yeah, this cutscene.
Hi guys, still surviving like cockroaches?
Who says surviving like cockroaches? And it's like Elliot's like, I'm a cockroach
Who
now.
are you? No!
No.
Now look what you did. You scared her. Next time I'll answer the line.
I'll answer. Okay. Go ahead and open the air duct, and this is actually the second swimming part I was talking about earlier. We literally, oh, come on, ladder just has a huge hitbox. We're gonna climb up here and then fall into a pool. There's gonna be fish enemies, probably take damage, but we really just need to fall in and grab a key card. There we go. And we just need to swim to the surface now. Thankfully, it really didn't take that much damage. There we go. We're just gonna fall here. Whee! And now we're gonna go back into that room where we fought the monster with the shotgun, where we should have been using the napalm gun. All that to get a key card. But that room that we were in, there was no other way to go. There was no doors. Ow. Okay, now I gotta heal. Gulp, gulp, gulp. Good thing we can climb like Spider-Man. It's gonna be the last little weird Spider-Man-esque segment. Please go down. Thank you. All right, we gotta fight a bunch of tentacles now. Go through here, please. And dogs, we're gonna go ahead and switch to the railgun. We're gonna actually be using dogs in this next segment. And we're actually gonna go ahead and kill all these tentacles. Because if these guys hit us, it's almost guaranteed that we're gonna fall off and waste a life hook. And that's really bad because life hooks are, well, there's an example of wasting a life hook. So now I've only got oh, come on. Yeah. Now I've only got one more. There's gonna be when we backtrack back to Janine from this area, we have to do a lot of crazy movement because it's really likely that we're gonna fall. But hopefully that doesn't happen.
Elliot, please,
there are
answer
backup
me.
life hooks I can grab since I've already used one.
Janine, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Janine?
Merry Christmas, old Santa. What's wrong with Elliot?
Merry Christmas, old Santa.
Well, it's a long story. He's infected by the monster cell.
The monster cell. And it's already been confirmed that it's the dino cell. Which is hilarious.
Will he survive?
It depends. I've got to find the right medicine. If not, I may have to finish him off myself.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
My
I
prayers
see.
are with you.
All right, boss fight time. All right, we just want to make sure we do enough damage to this guy before switching into Elliot. Because we only have 3 bazooka shots. Good, that was a perfect boss fight. So like right here, if I would have went through the door, like accidentally, like if I would be mashing A, and I don't see like it giving me the key, I would leave the room, come back, and I have to fight the boss again. I would have no ammo to fight him. No bazooka and next to no railgun. Like, it's just really, really bad if that happens. Take it slow. Don't really gotta go too quick, 'cause we don't want to waste another life hook. If the Dreamcast analog stick was just better, it would be, you know, a lot easier to deal with. And then we go into here. And it's only been a short 5 minutes, but we have cured Elliot.
Are you all right?
I'm fine now. I'm okay.
We saved Elliot.
Oh, man. I thought I'd have to kill you.
Thanks.
Thanks. All right. So all of that, and this is really funny. So there's this dog that has like the key card that we need to go to the next area. The only reason we couldn't have gone to that dog earlier is because it would be afraid of, it's afraid of Elliot. So it wouldn't give us the key card. But now that Elliot is back to normal, it likes us. And gives us the key card. Okay, that's good. Usually that's also a scary room because you can get body blocked. We're gonna go ahead and switch back to the shotgun because getting body blocked by that guy is not a lot of fun either. Oops. That part always confuses me because we just kind of keep forgetting that it's an elevator. It doesn't look like one, but it totally is. Like this guy is just in the way, so we need to shoot him. Thankfully, his hitbox wasn't too huge on the ground. Good. And we're just backtracking. We're going back to the beginning of the lab area. I just need to go in here. All of this should be looking really familiar. There's actually a woman that we can save too in here, but there's like I said, there's no point. We actually got a good thing to happen right there. We, as we were trying to reload, the monster hit us, which canceled the reload animation, which is pretty nice. What's not nice is that body block that just happened. Just imagine that happening, but you're in the room when it's full of gas. Like, that's why that room can be really scary. All right, now we gotta do... This area is really lame. I like to call it the core.
I think the light was coming from here.
We're gonna be going down like this.
The blue light, which can't be analyzed.
We're gonna be going really deep.
Blue light.
In this base, and then we have to climb all the way back up. And there's just a bunch of monsters and things that shoot lasers, and monsters like preventing you from getting onto ladders. Because I really haven't mentioned this with ladders in this game. The second Elliot grabs onto a ladder, he'll automatically either go up or down, like whatever direction he's supposed to go.
I guess this is the research Chimera Tech has been engaged in.
You can't control it. Hey, there's the thing that was in the core. So Chimera Tech is making clones of spooky things. Not in a nutshell.
Who knows?
So what's really lame about the ladders is like it's one speed. There's one speed of moving. And if enemies hit you while you're on the ladder, it knocks you off. And that can happen a lot here. And we really don't want that to happen. There's another annoying part where they want you to make sure you're checking everything because you need to come over here to this monster. And it's holding 2 items that we have to have in order to go to this next area. Essentially, we're going to the blue light, which essentially is the meteor. This game never says its title, Blue Stinger, but the meteor that Nephilim came in is a blue stinger meteorite. It looks like a scorpion stinger or whatever. All right, time to go down. Like I said, there's gonna be a lot of enemies. Doesn't seem like it's a big deal. Like you can just walk past these guys, but like hitboxes are so huge in this game. They'll just body block you. Like they're just wanting to go into the like in between these fences and everything. They just want to go there. That's where they're programmed to go. Even if like you're nowhere near them. See, like right here, they're gonna see me from really far away, and they're gonna start moving towards me, and they can just body block you right here and body block the little pathway. All right, now we gotta deal with lasers. Gotta deal with lasers and the little caterpillar monsters. Those guys are the ones that might give us trouble in a little bit. Like, no matter what happens right here, if things fall down to the ground or not, like, they just respawn where they're at. So you can't, like, manipulate them at all. That's really bad that we had a thing shooting lasers and that one caterpillar monster was like, I'm gonna block the pathway. All right, got a big boy right here. And then we have a slime. Thankfully, the slimes are really not that annoying to deal with. They tend to just always like try to jump on you, but their hitboxes are so small it doesn't matter. And we're almost to where we need to be. Got a wasp monster here. I would kill him now, but he just respawns. I am going to kill him when we come back up. So here we go. More exposition.
This is the time when the meteor hit.
We also didn't take
data.
damage. We took like a little bit of damage from lasers, which is fine. Going down, taking damage is like taking a lot of damage is really bad because you're most likely to take a lot of damage going back up. So this is showing the meteorite coming into Earth. It destroys a satellite and then it goes right through these shutters and it gets stuck. In the core is
the meteorite is
the big
caught
spooky
in there.
final boss.
That is the source of the blue light?
It's down there.
And now we gotta peek through this window to look at it. So Nephilim's body is inside that thing.
A blue meteor.
A blue meteor. A blue stingy.
What's the purpose?
Oh, it's obvious. There's something underneath there. The meteor wants to get right through it. The disc we found might tell us something. Hey, we should have Janine check this out.
The Gigadent disc.
Yeah, so we just got all of Dr. Kimra's basically lab notes. Now we gotta backtrack all the way to Janine. But first we gotta talk to Janine. As you can see, we're no longer
Santa,
purple.
come in.
What would you like for a present, little girl?
Oh my god, Elliot, stop.
Elliot,
And she's like,
you're alive.
swoon.
I want you guys back here now.
Got it, sugar. I've got a present for you.
Okay, Elliot.
Hey, since when have you two gotten so close?
Yeah, no
Women love
kidding.
a guy who'll risk his life for adventure.
I wonder.
Hey, it's Neffy.
Neffy.
Oh, look. Her theme song plays. Kinda. She actually disappeared for a little bit. And now she's gonna no-clip into this wall.
She has something to tell you.
Does she?
She needs help.
What?
What?
We gotta go back.
All right. Time for one of the most annoying parts in the game. And I am low on shotgun, so we're really hoping that we don't have to do any extra fighting, which can happen. We've had to use the extra shotgun to fight that one boss, so. Let's hope, fingers crossed, for good RNG. If not, I can probably manipulate them to, like, Wow, really? I'm super aggro. Can manipulate some of the enemies to like follow me, and then maybe I can climb to the ladder in time, but we'll just have to wait and see. Sometimes you can climb to the very top of the ladder and then there's an enemy right there and it hits you and it knocks you all the way back down. It's really frustrating. Good old lasers. All right, let's see what happens here. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Okay, good. If we were a little lower, it could have been bad, but it can still be bad because one of them can just be waiting for us right here. It happens all the time. And nope, we're good. They're all the way up there. So that was just good luck. God, lasers are so aggressive. That guy is just chilling in the corner. Oh my goodness. All right, blue guys, we just kind of hope something like that doesn't happen when they're both trying to get through the area, the little pathway, just blocking it. Ugh, it's so annoying. All right, blue guys can be falling right here too. One of them's already fell. Hopefully he won't like attack me, trying to go up right here. It's those green caterpillar guys that are really annoying. Their attacks got huge hitboxes. So, see, they're already falling. We could get body blocked here. It's gonna happen. Nope, good. That was really lucky. We actually got a really good return right here. Like, that's all luck. And honestly, that's like one of the scarier parts in the run. You can lose a lot of time there. All right, backtracking. We're done with the lab area. The good news is we get to go back to Lab Town and we get to go to Christmas Land again. But first we have to make it all the way back to Janine. We used that car earlier to get here. Sadly, that car no longer works. So we're gonna have to backtrack on foot, which makes this whole area really annoying.
We should change.
I mean, we don't have to change. I mean, dogs can stay in the Santa suit. It'd be a lot of fun. Earthquake, that just destroyed like all the roads. Which means they now have gaps. Which means we can fall in them and die. And we only have one life hook left. I'm gonna be able to get another life hook. So we can get back up to 2, but it's another spot where like, God, you have to have good movement. Because you have to like drop yourself on pipes. There is a, you know, I might grab this just as a safety because it's been a while, and I think our Hassies are fine. But there's a burger right here. Food items will give you full health, but the animation is ridiculous. It takes so long to eat because Elliot has to take a bite of it, and then he has to rub his tummy. He's like, oh, it's so good. Yum, yum, yum. All right, so this area should look familiar. This is where we blew up the tanker. All right, it looks like the road's fine, but when we go through here, it's like completely destroyed. It's kind of a annoying fake out. So we're gonna try and be careful right here. All right, big pipes are really not that big of a deal. We're gonna have some small pipes in a second. I think, yeah, this is a life hook. So we're going to take this as a backup to get us back up to 2. And just kind of stutter ourselves. Oh, got to be careful. If you let go of forward in time, you won't exactly fall off.
Yeah.
And we get some bazooka ammo. Okay, we just have to do one more pipe section. Like I said, this spot is really scary. So annoying. Door. Hello, tentacle. All right. All the way around. Doesn't look like you can fall right there, but like the gap is like, there's a gap there that you can just fall in between. It's really silly.
Yeah.
Try and line ourselves up. And there we go. We are in the clear. And now we're back here. My sweetheart and everything. I love how she doesn't ask for the passcode when we come back from this direction.
Blue light is.
But she'll ask for it every single time when
It's
you come
coming
from the
Nephilim.
original direction at the beginning of the
How
game.
did you know that?
When you guys were checking
Let's
the
take a
visual
look at
record,
it again.
I was able to access it as well. Let's take a look at it again.
So yeah, we saw this earlier.
This is the Aegis telescope. It gives a bird's eye view of the island.
Oh, okay.
The meteor hits, digs into the ground, and stops.
So it hit
The
the
meteor
satellite.
hit right through this place called Gigadent.
That
As you
satellite.
can see, it's a crater. Underneath that are 7 layered shutters. The meteor riddled through those and stopped at the 5th layer.
That's where we were at.
It'll explain what I was
This
about to
meteor
explain.
wants to
Just-
move,
We'll just listen.
That's why her soul took the form of Nephilim.
and she asked you to help.
Why does she want to go through the shutters so bad?
The answer is here. In the disc Dr. Kimura kept to himself till he died.
Kimura. It's Kimura.
Gigadent disc.
They have it like, it's
Think I
Kimra.
opened the
There's
right
no U.
File.
Kimura.
Yes.
Kimra. All right, put the Gigadent disc in. Now we can see what the meteor was going into, and it's just the final boss in the game. Just like inside the spot. Yeah, Jasconi. That's the name of the final boss. So it's right there. It says it arrived on planet Earth 65 million years ago, and then it's supposed to hatch in 2018 AD, and that's what's
This
happening now.
island is
If it hatches and light becomes
egg
a
of the
thing, it'll
monster?
destroy the world.
We're on
So-
a freaking dinosaur egg?
Yeah.
This is it. Dinosaur killer. This is the meteorite that wiped out the dinosaurs 65 million years ago.
Remember the big earthquake in 2000? 18 years ago?
No.
Yes, this is the cause. It began to hatch.
If the public finds out about this, the world will erupt into chaos.
Don't they have a fail-safe
Chaos.
plan?
Dr. Eggman.
Good thinking,
Chaos.
tough guy. Kimura Tech did set up a plan.
What is it?
An orbiting laser-guided missile-launching satellite.
Oh, too
The
bad.
target
Too bad
is
Nephilim
locked
destroyed
onto
that
the
satellite.
center of Dinosaur Island in case of an outbreak.
That's impressive.
Remember, Nephilim crashed into the satellite.
Oh no.
There goes the fail-safe plan.
Nephi,
I was thinking the same thing.
we have to drop the Nephilim meteorite on the core of the egg.
What'll happen then?
Nobody knows that answer.
Wow, what a clever plan. How are you gonna drop a meteorite through 5 layers of shutters?
It's actually only 3
I have a
layers
plan.
of shutters.
Elliot,
There's 5,
go
6,
to
and
my
7.
flat
That's
in
it.
town and bring me a rifle. I'll tell you why when you
She's
get
like,
back.
bring me a rifle. She had
Gotcha.
a rifle earlier.
Here's
now
my
she
ID
doesn't.
card. My room number's 201, second floor.
All right, so we're gonna be going to a different area of Lab Town. This is the hotel
Take
district.
care.
It's silly. So time to see some familiar things. Tentacle friend's still here.
Stand by for immediate departure.
Now we have body armor, by the way. I don't know where Elliot found that. It doesn't do, I don't think it does anything either.
You
Elliot
have
just finds it.
arrived.
He's like, I look cool now. I was a bug man earlier. right, this area can be kind of annoying. We're gonna fight another boss. Thankfully, we picked up 2 things of bazooka ammo. We're just gonna obliterate it because the bazooka is insanely powerful. And for the most part, I think we're done using the shotgun. I don't think we need to use it anymore. So, yeah, we didn't go this way before. Wait for that one. Actually, I think it's better to kill those tentacles, at least one of them. It's not a big deal. Go ahead and heal. We're looking okay on healing items. There's going to be a couple of annoying dog enemies right here. These guys can aggro you so hard. Yeah, see, they'll always catch up. And you have to serpentine. Slime enemy. Oh no, he's going to hit us, except he never does. And we're going to have a new enemy right here. This is, I guess, supposed to be like a Triceratops type. He's just a big boy. Just gonna walk past him, and then we're gonna be going to this movie theater. Somehow, going through the movie theater is gonna get us to the hotel. It's really weird. Ow. Excuse me, sir. Thank you for not body blocking me. All right. We're gonna go ahead and switch to the bazooka. Go ahead and reload the bazooka. And time to fight a boss. And we're just gonna literally sit here and upload one clip and it'll kill him. Yeah, he looks exactly like the frozen dinosaur thing that we fought earlier. It's like the exact same thing. Yeah, so somehow this spot in the movie theater will like connect to the hotel. It's really weird. And now we're in the hotel. Hotel is pretty short. It's just, God, there's just so many enemies, like, that you have to dodge. And there's this really, really annoying RNG part where if enemies just give you bad positioning, like, you can lose so much health. Excuse me. So happy you lived. God, it's so annoying. Okay, now I can heal. Holy crap. Yeah, see, that sucks. We get stuck in a stun lock. And we're just trying to fire like one shot of like one bazooka shot.
Hi, Janine. It's Christmas.
It's Christmas.
Upset because your ID card wouldn't work, huh? Well, then come on over to our party. Look, we played a little trick on your ID card. Otherwise, we knew you'd never come. Love ya, from John and Nick. Bye-bye.
Damn you.
Yeah, damn you indeed. These idiots
She's nothing but trouble.
just
Hey, this
completely
ain't her
ruined
fault.
us.
Let's go to the party.
We could have just gone to Janine's hotel room, got the rifle, and moved on. But nope, now we have to jump through hoops. Gotta do a lot of stupid things here. All right, so first things first. We need to grab a key card in here. And we gotta hope that these enemies just don't aggro us, because it's on top of this potted plant.
Yeah.
And yes, that's how the game wants you to grab it. They want you to climb on top of the plant and then grab it. It's really stupid. Like, I have no idea why the developers thought like that was a good idea. We have to do it like multiple times too.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, man, I forgot we have to do we get a mandatory hamburger right there. It's in front of an item that we do need. Remember what I said earlier about climbing on the flower pot? You can see where the card is. It wants us to climb on top of these tires and then grab the key card. Or the key. It's really stupid. Like, I don't understand. Just really dumb ideas. Speaking of dumb ideas, we're about to do something else that's incredibly stupid. We come in here because there is a water gun on the bed. Yes, we had to climb on top of the bed to grab the water gun. A water gun? Why would we need a water gun? Why would this be the logical step? So we go into here. There's a staircase in that fireplace. Of course, the fire's going. There's a bathtub full of water. Yes, we had to get the water gun, fill it full of water, and then spray it to put out the fire. Could have done anything else to put out that fire. You had a full bathtub full of water, too. But nope, that's how the game wants you to do it, and it's really dumb. All right, that's pretty much the hotel. We're in Janine's room. We just need to watch this cutscene, get some exposition, and then we are going to be moving on to the final area of the game. You gotta backtrack one more time.
Hey, what's this?
None of your business.
But this lady holding a baby. She's an Aesir shooting instructor.
How do you know that?
My ex-wife.
Then the baby is...
Janine. My daughter.
So this whole time, dogs and Janine are related.
No, you're
They're
kidding.
father and daughter.
Wow, the plot thickens.
Dogs straight up was like, I don't know her.
Why did you get a divorce?
I forgot what it was all about. Besides, it was 20 years ago. Jean was so hard-headed. She got sick and passed away.
Crazy. I really feel for Janine.
Look, kid. Keep your hands off that girl.
Don't try to run my life, dogs.
What are you saying?
Stop trying to run my life,
go.
dog.
Janine's
Dude's
waiting.
name is Dogs, and it sounds like he's like, don't tell me what to do, dogs. Hey, eyebrows.
Yeah.
All right, we got the rifle. You can, like, totally just ruin yourself by, like, forgetting to grab the rifle. Okay, Mr. Caterpillar Man decided to behave. He could body block you and be really annoying. Hey, excuse you. Thank you. All right, and now we just backtrack. There's our slimy boy. Always missing his attack. He will never hit you. Can't forget about the tentacles in this next area. And the two vibing dogs. They're just vibing. Huh. They just didn't attack. I've never seen that. Cool. All right. So we're going to go back to Janine. She's going to tell us the idea. And we are pretty much almost done. We got to do a swimming section, climb a tower, do that tower defense segment that I talked about earlier with dogs. And then pretty much after that, it's GG. The final boss fight is pretty easy. We're just gonna shoot bazooka bullets at it. It can just be kind of annoying because the boss has this like huge AoE fire breath attack, and we really want to get close to him. And sometimes at the very beginning of the fight, we can't. So we're gonna abuse Dogs and Elliot having separate health bars in order to get close to him. Bye, tentacle friend. We will not see you again. And of course, right here, we have to be asked the password. Even though if we go the back way, it doesn't matter.
Elliot,
What's the code?
my sweetheart.
beautiful.
What took you so long? And what's that smell? You guys practicing to be Santa Claus?
Is that any
Because
way
we
to
climbed
talk
through
to
a
your
chimney.
father?
And then Elliot just straight up, is that any way to talk to your dad?
Janine.
It's like, oh, don't say
I'll
that.
be out for a while.
Janine?
Meh, I'm Nephilim. Meh. That's what her body actually looks like. She's like, I'm sorry.
Janine.
God, that face.
Dad.
All right. They had their moment. Let's go hear what Janine's plan is.
Here's the plan. This layered shutter runs on hydraulic tidal power.
Uh-huh.
It changes with the ebb and flow of the tide.
Yes, part of the pump is exposed. When we destroy this and let the pressure out, the rest of the shutters should open up.
Enough with the theory. How can we destroy that?
Hold on. See? We get to the top of the wave tower and shoot the pump with a long-range rifle. The target is
Climbing the
about
wave tower is one of the
300
scary
meters
parts in the
from
run
here.
because you can fall into pits. And we've got 2 life hooks. So 2 chances.
Are you sure?
Back in the day, we used to
She's
buy like
Jane's kid. She's
6
a
life hooks
genius when it comes
as
to
backup,
shooting.
but when I was
Look at
rerouting
him.
a lot of the
Now
stuff
he's
in the
a
game, I was
doting
like, you don't need
parent.
to do this.
Janine,
Like, completely
how
pointless.
can we get to the wave tower?
We'll go through the tidal power water pump. We'll get out from a south door to the end of the tunnel. It's already programmed to unlock the door.
Ah, okay.
Can you walk?
Pretty much.
Let's go.
All right, now the whole squad's with us. And we finally get to go this direction. And we're going to switch to handgun. Because we're going to kill some
The
tentacles.
capsule on board only holds 2.
Then you two get in.
Why?
Dogs is not the best swimmer,
Why?
and your leg is injured.
We'll wait for you.
No, don't. Work on destroying that pump.
Got it.
So these 2 are going to kind of just lay in this thing, and it's going to take them to the water pump. She blows a kiss, and Elliot's like, doesn't do anything.
I'm
Like-
counting on you, hon. Look at that. A family reunion.
Shut up.
He's like trying to be a hunk the whole time, and she gets a kiss blown at him, and he
I'll
just
turn on the
doesn't
switch.
react. There they go. I feel like Elliot could just be standing on top of that thing, but whatever, I guess. All right, so we're gonna take the long path. And time to swim. Like I said earlier, this is like the last swimming segment. Thankfully, though, we're going to be able to... Need to go down. We're going to get up right here, and then we're going to just run for the most part for the rest. Would you... Come on, Elliot. Big dummy. Game really wants you to, like, swim with all these enemies around. It's like, why? Why would you even do this? And you can just climb up here and not care. There are going to be a few tentacles we have to kill, but it's not really. Yeah, imagine, like, Dogs and Janine were riding that boat, and all these things were in the water. Like, they're in more danger than what I am. I know it seems silly to, like, kill one of those things and then jump in the water, like, so close, but it's actually quicker. I've timed it before. It's the last bit of swimming we need to do. Keep going, Elliot. You can do it. All right, no more swimming. And look, they've already made it. Hooray.
Elliot, can you hear me?
No.
Did you hit the pump?
No, the elevator stopped and we're locked in.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Hang tight. I'll be right there.
So yeah,
There's an elevator controller on top of the tower.
we would have been able to take an elevator to the top, but of course it has to break. They have to do one last thing to, like, annoy us.
I apologize for this mess.
Relax.
As your mouth keeps
This ain't
moving,
your
Elliot,
fault.
when you're not even talking.
Use this time to get to know your dad.
I will.
All right, time for the spooky climb. First things first, though. We gotta waste all of our money on 3 sets of bazooka ammo. And we're gonna go ahead and grab this life hook just in case. 'Cause as you can see, there's part's gonna be really lame. Oh, gotta go this way.
Yeah.
You can actually go. Well, now that I don't have handgun, I'm gonna go this way. You can actually go this way and not even worry about being knocked off. Okay, this part can get. Actually, can we go this way? I've always wondered if we can go this way. No. They really want you to deal with like 2 enemies, and one of them being a tentacle. All right, that's 1 life hook. Not a big deal. I'm gonna go ahead and heal. This is like the last little area. Oh yeah, there's a tentacle here. What are we going to do to kill this thing? Pretty sure shotgun just like takes forever. Okay, there we go. Shotgun can just be awful against those things, I promise. All right. Spooky part's over. Now we gotta do this tower defense part with dogs. But first things first, we're going to give Elliot his bazooka. Oh, we can't. I forgot we can't do the thing with dogs yet. I forgot. Because dogs is not in the party.
Good.
Good.
Elliot.
Janine.
Monster. These are like super OP monsters that don't
I
die.
have 3 minutes to set up the rifle. Another
Yeah,
45
3 minutes
seconds to aim and fire
To
3
let Janine
rounds.
do her thing.
Hold off the
And
monsters
this
for
is where
that
we're just
long?
going to tower defense.
Let's do it.
All right. She has 3 minutes, but it's 3:45, which I always thought was really silly. So, can Fi use the Gatling gun, and we're going to change to dogs. And we're just gonna kind of position herself right here. This is all we really have to do for 3 minutes and 45 seconds. It's kind of silly. And for the most part, he'll auto aim to the enemies. You just kind of have to sit here and time it. Like when you hear the groans, that means they've been knocked down. For this part, this is usually where I would start playing like music. I'd put on Persona music. Yeah, this takes Janine 3 minutes and 45 seconds to do. It's really annoying that she says 3 minutes, but she really wants 4. All right, so after this, it's watching a couple of cutscenes, and then it's the final boss fight, and we're gonna be done. I am going to be submitting this for a 2-hour and 30-minute estimate, probably. But for the most part, we're going to be done at like maybe like 2:22. Maybe 2:23, 2:24. It could be like maybe I would say at the least 2:25. Great thing about the Gatling gun, you just kind of don't have to reload it. It just reloads by itself. It's a good thing I got 2 of the clips. So I couldn't remember if I needed to only pick up 1 clip or 2. So yeah, this definitely would be like a 3 minute and 45 second donation part. Ooh. Almost there. Yeah, if you didn't have Dogs' Gatling gun, this part can be really annoying because you go through so much ammo. Like New Game Plus, we use the ray gun and we just kind of sit here and spam R2. Here, I'm just kind of intermittently hitting R2, but now we have 15 seconds left. I can just kind of hold it down. It doesn't really matter.
Here we go.
Okay, you needed 4 minutes, and they just kind of shove these guys off. It's like, okay. Nephilim's ready. She's ready to go back to her body.
What the hell?
Get down!
Get down! Oh, here comes Jasconi. He's angry. So remember, like, Kimratech was, like, making a clone of this thing. And I don't know if we fight the clone or we actually are fighting this one, but so the meteor impaled itself into Jasconi, and now Nephilim is, bursting out in her actual body, and now we're gonna have a monster fight. Look at how dramatic it is. Hiya! So stupid. So now we're here.
Beat him, Neffy!
Please!
Please!
What the? Look at the lab wall!
Final boss time. Yes, I don't know if this is the clone or like Neffy stopped fighting and is making us fight. It's really stupid. What it comes down to is it's really stupid. Alright. Boss fight has 2 phases. Kind of annoying. Alright, so we're just trying to get about right there. Nope, we just need to change.
Yes!
And we're gonna keep doing this, just like kind of going around, because that fire attack, dude, is ridiculous. Like, the hitbox is huge, as you can see. Like, we don't want to keep taking damage from that. Alright, this should put us in the second phase. No? Yeah, that's what I thought. Phase 2. It's pretty much the same thing. Just now Jasconi is just kind of stuck in the ground. And we just have more chances to like shoot and dodge. And we'll go ahead and move one more time. All right, this should be it. Pretty sure we can just sit here and shoot. All right, yep. Time is coming up right now. The screen goes black. And it's time. So that was a Blue Stingy. Blue Stong. For this, we probably don't need to watch the ending cutscene and see the end game time, because I know for a fact this isn't gonna PB, so not really a big deal. Oh look, it's snowing on Christmas Day. How beautiful. So we prevented the world from being destroyed. Hooray. Yeah, let's go ahead. We'll just go ahead and do the outro. Like I said, I know this isn't gonna PB, so I hope you guys will take this in consideration for the marathon. Yeah, we can't skip cutscenes. It's a little lame, but I think the enjoyment that people would get from the humor of the game, that's cutscenes, it's crazy over-the-top character movement and over-the-top music. It's just, this game is so goofy. It's so enjoyable. It's like any other kind of survival horror game. Just typical, optimal movement, optimal menuing, ammo management. It's the standard of fare. It's just this game is just really goofy. So I hope you take this into consideration for the marathon. I will be submitting this for the foreseeable future. There is a chance I might be doing something special I did make Silent Hill Homepour, where we play Homepour and Homecoming and Downpour at the same time. I do have an idea for playing this and Illbleed at the same time. I just don't know if there's enough time to beat Illbleed before I beat Blue Stinger. So, that would be the theme of the run. But we'll see what happens. So thanks again, everyone, and thank you for watching. And I will see you in the next one. Take care, and I hope you enjoyed.